How you feeling today, Jack? I feel sick. I hate this so much. No, I hate surprises. You sick fucks. I swear to God, nobody come near me. You fuckers. You fuckers. What have you done? I hate everyone. Hello and welcome to TPK, the show so named so that if I do accidentally kill all of my players, I can just call it branding. Yes, welcome to the Player's Keep.
Yay! Oh, Jack, you got something on your eyes.
Oh, you sick fox.
What day is it?
It's Halloween!
Yay!
Happy Halloween, adventurers. I hope you're having a wonderful time. I don't know what's going on, and I hate it. I've been asked to wear this blindfold to do the intro, and this is the worst experience of my life. I hate surprises. What have you fuckers got planned for me?
Take it off and find out.
I don't want. Am I allowed to take it off?
It is 3, 2, 1.
I can't see anything. Hang on.
That's so anticlimactic.
Oh god, it's so warm underneath there. Has my mascara run? Hang on. Happy Halloween, Jack!
Hello!
Wow,
Welcome to TPK. The show is so named.
It is like kills.
So that if we do accidentally kill our DM, we can just call it
Payback.
branding. Yay! We've lost some folks.
You all look incredible!
I wonder why.
You borrowed my shirt!
No. Actually, shout out to Tally. I have to thank her for my ensemble. These are all your clothes.
Amazing. They are my jeans! How did you?
A couple of your rings as well.
And I got your actual hair.
You have!
Yeah. You wonder where that went this morning.
All the quiffs look incredible. How have you done this? You are never allowed to stay at my house ever again. Oh my god. Are they my glasses? No.
These are.
But now we know where you buy them.
Apparently so.
We just followed you everywhere.
Well, this is the
If you two
sexiest
wanna
this
dress
cast
like
has
Jack.
ever looked. Wowie. Well, let us introduce these players now. To my left, I have Jack Fletcher. I have Jack Fletcher. I have Jack Fletcher.
Yeah.
To my right, I've got Jack Fletcher. And lastly, but by no means leastly, Jack Fletcher. I don't think I can even call myself Jack Fletcher anymore after this beautiful display, but for now, I will remain to be Jack Fletcher.
All I can see is green. Shirt on Jack.
Oh,
Do you know what's
God.
really funny is the fact you were complimenting everyone's outfits on the way in today.
I was
You
like,
were
oh my god, you look so good.
Memo. Yeah.
Now I know why.
Black nail polish.
Oh, the most egotistical I've ever felt. Wow, amazing. Yeah, little point of note, Pete Austin is not with us for the foreseeable. He's away doing wonderful career stuff and we wish him the best of luck. And Pete, return to us soon. If you haven't drowned, he's
He will be
diving.
returning.
Who knows, though, really?
With that being said, are there any more surprises in store for me?
Just
That is something I would do, to be fair, so...
Only in these jeans when you get them back.
Oh, no, you can't keep them. I know your plan. Well, with that being said, let us not... I'm so nervous now, and I don't know why. I have it all planned. I'm so thrown off. With that being said, let us not keep the players waiting. Let us not keep you waiting. It is time to enter the Players' Keep. In the last chapter of our adventure, this is so disconcerting.
Stay focused, please, Jack.
I'm so sorry. In the last chapter of our adventure, the adventurers were retrieving a book from the cursed and corrupted Blightlands, and through some fantastic flying from Kevin, managed to acquire it. You very hastily tried to exit the Blightlands. Unfortunately, you were encumbered by certain... You are not making this any easier on me. You were encumbered by certain arcanic effects within the Blightlands, and you were hampered by the denizens of this accursed and corrupted land. But you managed to survive and exit said Blightlands and started to make your way back towards Dolomus, encountering some of the local fauna, but thankfully with some fantastic spell casting and quick wit, you managed to avoid any serious encounters, and that evening, at the end of that week, should I say, you made your way back and entered Dolomus. Whilst on your travels, some of you started to read the book that you had acquired and discovered that it was a religious text pertaining to a god known by many names, but their most common name was Desanguira. You unfortunately did not have much more time to divulge any more information before you arrived at Dolomus, and completely exhausted, you very quickly made your way to your rooms. It was at this point, Antonia, that the day started to catch up with you.
It did.
Anxiety started to flutter in your chest ever so slightly as
shock of white.
exhaustion
Our eyesight got really
started
bad.
to heavily set in, and as your breathing started to speed up, you felt like you needed to be out in the cool night air. You excused yourself from your room, and you exited out the Stewpot Tavern. And that is where we are going to pick up. So, if I could ask Kendall to remain at the table, and everybody else, can you please head on upstairs?
So angry.
No.
Tony, you stand in the night air outside the Stewpot Tavern. You look up to the sky, and you can see the 4 moons. Just the ever so faint sliver of white as Havren's moon is waning to a dark new moon. And to try and settle that fluttering of anxiety in your chest, you take a deep breath in and you blink. And when you open your eyes, there before you stands a familiar figure. Much the same as you have always seen him. Pale, grey skin, mottled with white patches, slicked back grey hair that falls past his shoulders around this black cowl that settles on them. Part of long, dark, black robes. Where you can see his flesh, you can see gouges. Like hewn stone. His flesh is split and cracked and a darker grey, and one of these gouges runs across the back of the head, dividing his hair in two. The only colour on this individual, a purple sash that covers his eyes. And even though his eyes are covered, he looks directly at you and smiles. That warm, loving smile that you've seen on his face every time he greets you. Hello, Antonia. His voice drifts out to you, just softly drowning out the sounds of the night around you. And with it, your anxieties and your fears just melt away. It is so good to see you again. My apologies that it has been so long since we last talked. It is taxing for me, you understand. After a moment, he looks at you and smiles once again, but there is a hesitance, a thoughtfulness to this smile as he speaks his next words. I have so enjoyed watching you grow into the powerful, determined, and capable person you have become, just as I knew you would. It fills me with nothing but pride. But I must now ask you of your services in return. There is a temple in this city, a temple devoted to the god Nelagwir. This temple claims it brings peace and tranquility, but it is through lies and deceit that the worshippers that attend this temple are kept from knowing true peace. The high cleric of this temple must be dealt with. They must be stopped from seeding more ignorance in this world. And through truth, their followers shall know peace. To do this, I grant you the knowledge to bring down this deceiver. And he steps forward and brings a hand close to your head, just to your temple, but doesn't make contact. He looks to you and says, "May I?" Touches a finger to your temple. And as his finger gently brushes you, there's a small flash of silver in front of your eyes. And as you blink, you are suddenly rushed with new knowledge. It's a recipe, an alchemical recipe. You know it off by heart, step by step. You know all the ingredients you will need. The formula is for an elixir that will poison the mind of the one who drinks it. To bring the high cleric down from their throne of peace and tranquility, you must sunder their peace and tranquility first. Make exactly 1 dose of the elixir and add it to the ritual tea of the high cleric. Leave as soon as this is done, and let the tincture do its work. And as always, this must all be kept to yourself. And with that, he turns, and as you blink, he's gone. you immediately exhale the breath that you had just taken in. And once more, in but a heartbeat, you are alone in front of the Stew Pot Tavern.
Is anyone like looking at me real weird right now?
No.
Okay.
Make me an insight check. Or religion.
What's higher? Both are the same. 16.
With a 16, you do recall that these meetings happen in less than a second.
Yep.
And so this conversation has occurred within the space of a single breath.
Okay. I was gonna ask him, like, is there a time frame for this? He left. Cool. Yep. Great. Yep. Okay. And I know the.
You know the recipe.
Oh god.
Off by heart, step by step. You know each individual ingredient that you need,
Yep.
and you know that you will need some form of alchemical supplies.
Okay.
You
Cool.
also know that if he's not given you an immediate time frame, you can take this at your leisure.
Okay. Okay. I think she just. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Kind of watch him. Well, he's gone.
But in that second, you do watch him
Yeah.
turn, and then as you blink, he's just disappeared.
Okay. To just have a minute. Look up at the moons again. Okay. And she'll go back upstairs.
You go back upstairs.
Yeah.
I guess we better invite everybody back to the table.
I sound like that dog that's like, yeah. You want it? And then, you fucker!
Wonderful. The rest of you, I'm assuming that the majority of you have gone straight to sleep. Is there anything that you would like to take care of before you go? You have been traveling all day and you are extremely exhausted.
Yeah.
Everyone just bedding down for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Are you up when I come back?
Well, how long were you gone for?
We'll get to that in just a
okay,
moment.
okay.
Everybody going straight to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic stuff. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, Willow.
Yes.
Toni looking slightly flustered, slightly ill at ease, heads downstairs. What are you doing in this moment?
We'll just be chilling, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe doing one of the. You know, when you're like really super comfortable with someone, that you can sit in silence and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Probably just doing that, like just cracking on with stuff.
Wonderful. Okay. It's not even 2-3 minutes before Toni comes back into the room.
Why? Hey.
Hi. Sorry, I'm laughing as Candle. Okay.
Did you say anything as to where you were going?
I think I just said like I wasn't feeling well. I was gonna get some air.
Okay. You feeling better?
Stop it! I can't.
Hi, Jack.
You're not there.
You feeling better?
Yeah, I think I just needed some air.
Okay.
She'll just go and lie down on her bed and just kind of stop it, Callum, and just kind of go to sleep. Are you just sitting on your bed?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you Kevin, he flew and he saw that temple?
Oh yeah. The You remember the name? I don't. the begins with N.
Yeah, Nelaguir.
Where? Yes.
Do you remember where that was?
It was on the way to Lady of Dolomus's house. It was like he just flew in like a straight line there. So
Okay.
I think
sort
it
of
was
towards the east side of the city.
just in. Sort of towards the east side of the
Casey
city.
exits the Lord Keeper.
I locked the
Straight
door.
again, the Lord Keep barking. I'll see you later. Good night.
I locked the door. Yeah, why?
I don't know, I might just go and... It's been a long time since I went to a temple, so I just might go and have a look, really.
Okay.
I just forgot what you said it was, that's all.
Yeah, it's like that way. I don't
Okay.
know. But it wasn't far.
Okay.
For any reason?
No, just feel, I don't know, a bit weird. Like after that in the Blightlands, I just I feel like I need to just kind of go back to what I know for a bit.
Okay.
I just want to be there. If that,
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But it's okay. I just wanted to, because I knew you saw it and I want to know where it was.
Do you want to go alone?
I'll see how I feel tomorrow. I don't know how long I'm going to be there.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll see.
All right.
Are you okay?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm fine. It's nice to be back in a bed.
Yeah.
Although it's nice to be out. It was nice to be with a group of people again. That's been a while. Not that your company isn't great. Your company's wonderful. I just it was nice. It was they seem fun.
Mhm. I'm gonna get some sleep. And she's gonna roll over and just close her eyes. Probably not sleep for a while. However, I will say this is the first time since you've been traveling with Toni that she hasn't meditated before she went to sleep. Just for a little flow.
I just want to. What would I roll to see if I would notice that?
What's your passive perception?
It's 18.
Yeah,
I would notice.
You've been traveling with Toni.
Yeah.
You know her routines.
But sometimes you don't really think about it
Absolutely.
until like a few days later.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. But it's you're aware of
It is
it.
that,
You
of course.
don't think anything of it, but it's in there.
All right. Not Toni.
Night. Will.
You go to sleep? Willow? Oh, she's thinking.
And she'll meditate.
Love it. Rest comes to you all. Though for some, it might be not as restful as you would like. But dawn breaks. And you will...
Dawn!
There it is.
Fair play, keeping me on my toes. Dawn breaks and you all wake up. You have all got a long rest.
That really just cuts through walls, doesn't it? I swear he's like 3 doors down as well.
As you look outside the window, you just see.
Oh my god, the worst Mothman encounter you could possibly
Do
imagine.
not fly to Siggy's window. He does not sleep with clothes on.
I would have gone for a little walk after I woke up. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'd have woke up
perfect.
hours before
You can
everyone
do
else.
so. You've got a couple of hours before dawn, and there is. You can feel that the air is quite humid but cold. Just an ever so slight mist just fading through the streets. A natural mist, nothing to be perturbed about, but it is cool out here in the early Lexnoths of the year. Do you do anything particular on this walk?
No, just walk around.
No
And then
problem
she'll
at all.
come back once everyone's awake.
Okay.
So the room will be empty when you wake up.
Sigismund, you wake up and you roll over sort of wipe the sleep from your eyes, and the bed opposite you is empty.
Fuck.
Cricket is not there.
Shit.
You usually get up about the same sort of time.
Yeah. So yeah, I think so you roll over. Cricket, it's dawn. We have to go. Cricket.
No sound at all.
Fuck. Scramble out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
Put some clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like halfway there, just pull some pants on. Just
Yeah.
be like, go run to Toni and Willow's room and be like,
What?
Cricket's gone.
What?
Cricket, he's gone. He's not in the
Oh
room.
my god, okay. Alright,
end.
okay.
Cricket's gone, and I'm pretty sure like shove past you.
Willow's
Half naked
not here.
torso. What the? Where is everybody?
Oh,
Where are you guys stay? Do I know where your room is?
Motthew's
Yes.
I mean, we know Mottew's downstairs.
Yeah.
Nakani! Mottew!
Oh my god, it's too
It's
early.
everybody!
What?
Wake up! We need to go and
I'm
find
trying.
Cricket.
Okay.
The door opens down the corridor and you just see like an orange head with fluff, like bed head, like.
Nakani, have you seen Cricket?
No, didn't he share your room?
No, yes, but he's not here. He's gone.
Oh no.
Yes.
there-
Oh no.
Is there like a note or like did he just what? What?
He's just.
Did you find his body?
gone. No.
What?
What? No,
What? Why would you say that?
No, I mean, like, is there? Like,
No,
was he
there's no-
taken, or is it like a? He
Uh-huh.
left?
Is this another thing where you wake up and everyone's dead around you?
It's happened before.
It's again.
It's literally happened to me before. Okay.
Okay, let's.
You go downstairs and someone's eating frog for breakfast.
There's this one massive frog's leg. Tastes like aalacocra.
Do you want to go have a look in your room, see if he's left anything?
Yes,
Or is
okay,
things
yeah.
there? What's happened? Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
I go back with him to his room.
I'm just gonna have a search around. Yeah, see if there's any. I mean, see if there's any trace of Cricket or whether he's left any stuff behind
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Either both of you can roll investigation checks individually, or one of you can
what
roll
check?
it at advantage.
What
Investigation.
do you have for investigation?
Plus one.
Same.
Investigation or perception?
Let's both roll.
Let's both roll guidance.
Not to make it about
Guidance.
me, but I'm glad
Oh.
that just worried about cricket.
I know Willow well enough.
Yeah, Willow wakes up earlier than
Early.
you.
She's
Way
good.
earlier
She's
than
good.
you.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Investigation.
quick press to the
Natural
ancestors.
one.
For God's sake.
Are you fucking kidding me? Tony's just staring blearily out the window.
You might be dressed as
Tony
Jack, but the
is
rolls are still
distracted.
casual.
Yeah, if you dress as me, you roll like me, so be warned.
Guidance.
I'll let you guide yourself on this one. Go on.
We all roll badly today.
That's fucking hilarious.
payback.
8.
Oh.
I'm just
Welcome
fucking
to the party.
tearing
There's
the room apart,
there's no
like-
sign of Cricket. His bed is made. You don't even know if he slept here last night.
No note.
No note. Cargo.
Are his belongings
Fuck
here?
Tevs.
Like his bag,
Nope.
his hat.
No.
Well, he's gone.
Wait, didn't you say Willow was gone as well?
Oh yeah, but she wakes up super
Were
early.
they,
I'm sure
were
she's
they
fine.
like partners? Did they run off together? Maybe they eloped.
That's a good idea. Maybe if we can find
Has
Willow,
this
we
whole
can find.
year been a lie?
But you can't well she.
I don't know. If you say they're not, then I don't think it's likely. But maybe they're together somewhere.
Maybe. I mean, maybe he could have just got up early and gone with her, I guess. But I don't know. Oh god! And she's gonna run back into the room and like slight panic there, being like, "Oh no!" And just have a look if there's anything in my room that indicates that Willow has left.
Willow, would you have left any of your equipment in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see Willow's equipment.
Like a one of the bags.
Your
that
traveling
she has
pack.
inside.
Yeah.
Okay, Willow's stuff's here, so Willow's coming back.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe we ask the bar staff if they've
Yes.
seen cricket.
You say that, and I think Siggy just turns and runs out the door and goes downstairs. As fast as he can.
You
in
run
his
downstairs,
short, stubby
and
legs.
the same sight greets you as every morning, accompanied with the same smell of this consistently simmering stew. Behind the bar, there is no Trayfon, but there is Casey, the half-elf barkeep.
You!
Aye.
Where's the frogman? Have you seen him?
Or your friend, Cockroach. Cricket. Yeah, he left a note for you, I'm assuming.
He left. Give it to me.
Yeah. He
Please.
hands you just this scroll piece of
murderer.
parchment. On it, it says,
Can Cricket write?
Also, make
Cricket can write.
It's written in like suction pads.
Frog spot.
It's all bubble text writing with such a
Written in poison.
Basically like Braille.
cannon.
Written on a lily pad.
Yeah, no, just on a basic piece of parchment.
Peach.
Peach
A
of
peach.
parchment. It says,
Why did you write this on a peach?
gone to take care of some business. Be back soon.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna. Well, no.
Did he say anything more?
I mean,
Did
no.
he say where he was going?
No, he didn't tell me. I assumed he had told you. I assumed he'd just. He left a note. I assumed that was all you would need. I
What
assumed.
time?
I don't know. It was.
Was the sun in the sky or not?
No. It wasn't too long after you all got back.
Fuck, that's hours. He could be halfway across the city, the country.
I mean, he said he'd be back, so
He said he'd be back. Fuck. Okay.
I assume he's not going to be too long.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for this.
No, you're welcome. Can I get you some breakfast? Small pint of ale.
Yeah.
As you've said that, Nakani's just going to take some bowls from the side of the bar and
You
go
need
over
to-
to the stew pot
You need to pay for
I'll
those.
drop some
and
silver on the
pass you
desk.
one. Go. It's okay. He'll be back.
Thank you. Is it
Okay.
just the bowl or is this
No, the stew in it.
Okay.
That would be great.
I'll drop some silver on the counter.
It's a shame it wasn't. He didn't leave after dawn. I'm imagining Mottew, him walking past Mottew like, I'm leaving forever. Righto.
You know exactly that's what would have happened.
Best of luck. You drop 1 gold, 4 silver on there.
Fuck me, that's a lot for soup.
Isn't it?
It gets a lot cheaper if you buy multiple bowls.
Okay.
But I only need one bowl.
Yeah, we're not buying wholesale soup.
It's Costco.
One.
That's the next tavern.
That's the other bartender,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, one silver, 1 gold.
No, 4 silver, 1 gold.
4 silver, 1 gold. Keep moving.
Can I see the note?
Yeah, I pass the note and I'll put the soup down, pick up my ale, and start swigging that.
Yep.
Does it look like he wrote this in a rush?
No.
No. Okay.
It's slightly scrawled handwriting, but
Oh, great. I mean, so he's gone to try and get his friend out. Whispering.
whispering.
Maybe that's easier for one person to do than a lot of us. Maybe that's why.
Maybe.
We did make the mistake of mentioning, perhaps, that his friend is facing execution, so
Yeah, you
Maybe.
probably scared him off.
that's my bad. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, okay.
How's he going to release his friend on his own, though? He can't do it without us.
Well, maybe we just carry on with what we were planning anyway to clear their names, and then hopefully whatever he's working on in the background will help our thing as well, and it'll all come together at the end, and everyone will be fine and not dead.
Wise words. Okay. He said he'd be back, so he'll be back. He's not
Yeah.
the type to break a promise.
I mean, he got out once, so if he is going in, maybe he knows.
It's slippery little bastard who probably do it again.
Should we just go wait near that sewer grate where we found him? It's probably gonna
Tony, if I ever
Cricket! You're in there?
Just, hello.
I swear if I ever smell sewage again, it'll be too soon. Never. Not since I went in the piss pit.
So are we? Oh,
This morning, isn't it?
It is indeed. You see the figure of Willow entering back into the tavern after their morning walk.
Oh, thank the gods. Cricket's gone!
What?
Cricket's gone!
I give you
What?
the note.
Where?
We don't know.
What does it say?
It says, gone to take care of some business. Be back soon.
Okay.
Yes. Fuck Willow.
You must have fucked me.
That's where they went.
You do realise he's been giving you the eye a couple of times.
I say no to anything. Okay. Alright, so he'll be back.
Am I the only one shitting myself here?
Why are you shitting yourself? Talk about it.
Because people disappear in this city all the time.
But he's not
It's a
disappearing.
city.
He's told us.
I'm just worried.
Well, you
So,
think someone's taken him and left a note?
it's possible. He's only little.
What's wrong with being little?
Nothing at all. I am only 5 foot tall. Remember?
Okay. Well, I
Remember.
just mean don't disparage yourself, you know.
He's lonely, and that's a very dangerous thing to be, especially in such a busy city.
I mean, I trust that if he needs us, he'll ask.
Yeah.
And he knows where we are.
True.
And he could have said something to us, but he didn't, so we have to trust his
Guess
judgment on
we
it.
just have to stay here for a while.
Okay. I don't trust very easily, so it's
That's okay.
worry.
What were we doing today? We had to go to see that
Oh.
person.
The Arcanist.
Cunts of fucks.
Arcanist of Quickstep.
Where is Matthew?
Where is
Matthew?
Matthew?
Where's Matthew? What? Where are you?
Not
Okay.
Everyone's just flying off today.
I mean, I can try and see if Cricket's nearby. Just for our peace of mind. I mean,
Perhaps this is clearly something that he has to deal with by himself, otherwise he would have let us know, so maybe we leave him to it.
yeah. I mean, he's allowed to.
Yeah.
None of us are tied to each other.
You make a very good point. Maybe we should just trust him. Trust his judgment.
And whatever that means, we just have to know that he's doing what's best for him. And hey, I guess if he ends up in jail, the wanted posters will stop being put up, so we'll know.
But Siggy's just realised that he hasn't disguised himself, but he is downstairs. That was a conscious choice before anybody says anything.
Could I take the
Just gonna pull his hair over his face.
Are you finished with the letter?
Oh yes, sir. Here you go.
Nakani's going to put it on the bar and like root around in her hair and pull out a quill of 6 of ink from her pack and like sit on the bar.
Casey's like, what?
I drop another silver.
And just goes into the back room for a moment.
Dear Cricket, Siggy is very worried about you. So if you come back here and we're not here, please find him. He misses you. Good luck. Don't fall in any traps or what do you want to say to him?
Don't die.
Don't die! Big letters, underlined, exclamation marks.
A couple of stars, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, and see you soon. Brackets, hopefully. Close brackets. And then she's gonna lick her thumb, put it in the ink, and just make a mark on the.
Love it. Incredible inspiration.
I will say, if anyone finds that, they're gonna know exactly where to find 2 wanted murderers.
Leave it in my room.
No, she doesn't know that's bad.
If we leave it in my room, maybe under Cricket's
That's what I
pillow.
mean.
But then what if somebody else rents the room?
Ew.
I mean, we're gonna be staying here, I'm assuming, for
Uh-huh.
a couple of days at least.
Yeah.
I mean, how long do we wait for him though? Not to be a Debbie Downer, but he's given us no time frame. Obviously, we've got some stuff to do here, but do we need to decide on a time limit?
Well, put it this way, I'm not leaving this city until he comes back.
We'll see tonight, I guess, and make a decision.
Yeah, I think just see how it goes.
I don't mind staying here for.
Because also, if we clear both of their names tomorrow, then problem solved, and we can find them both and then leave.
There we go. Positive outlook on life.
I guess the nice thing is we're trying to clear the name of someone who's not with us anymore, so that makes it look less suspicious.
True.
Silver lining.
Makes us less of a target, I suppose.
Okay. Alright, so plan of action. What comes fuck, sir?
Has anyone seen Matthew? Matthew this morning?
I mean, I heard
I've
him
heard
shout
him.
Dawn.
No, I know. He went out.
Cut to Mottew. Mottew, where have you gone after your dawn chorus, as it were?
Mottew is standing like down the road, waiting with his arms folded. Every few minutes, he takes another step down the road. He's just watching the door, angrily.
Hold on,
Because we're not
Hold on a moment.
outside.
Incredible.
I'm gonna take another. Like, I'm gonna dip my bowl in the soup pot again, and just walk outside.
You no,
I
4
drop
silver.
another silver.
It's 4 silver this time. for
Fuck
the second
me.
ball.
I'm going to drop like 4 silver, and I'll say to him, do me a favour, my room, and I'll drop an extra gold. Don't rent that to anyone else while I'm gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we assume that you're going to be staying until you're not, and then we rent the rest.
Indefinitely.
Yeah, okay. If it's indefinitely, I am going to need a slight bigger deposit than just a single gold.
2 golds.
I wish to buy the inn.
How much are we talking here?
Uh,
My family's very rich. I'll pay you whatever you want.
make a persuasion check.
Whoa, just dropping that.
Baby. 17. No. What was it? Dirty, filthy, 20.
Dirty 50.
I have a +5.
The 2 gold, he takes that, pockets that, and then says, gold for the week.
Done.
And then he takes this and puts it behind the counter somewhere. Doesn't pocket this particular gold.
So what was that? 3 gold and 4 silver.
Three gold, and then the 4 silver pieces for the pot, the stew.
Poor.
Mate, I've got a plan. Rent the room indefinitely, bring a pot, make some soup, sell the soup back to him, profit.
That is how Callum's brain works.
Always a businessman.
Money, 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 money.
Did Nakani go out with soup?
Yes.
Okay, would I have seen Mottew when I was walking back?
Oh, yes.
Okay, Motthew's outside. I'm just going to run up and get my belt of bags. Then we'll go. So I run
I
upstairs,
don't remember
grab...
making that magic item, but I will now.
Look at the artwork. She's got a belt of bags.
Yeah, love that.
Grab my belt of bags. I'm like, come on, let's go.
Yep.
Just
I'll-
vague.
I'll-
Oh, go on.
I'm just going to say, I'm just going to pop upstairs with Willow, go to my room,
Yeah.
finish getting dressed, and then cast Disguise Self on myself, turn myself into...
Oh, before you do, I've got some ideas. Do you remember we were talking and we said about changing your looks up?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? And I said a man with a goatee
Uh-huh.
and a handlebar mustache.
Okay.
Yeah? I'm thinking we could call
Maybe.
him, like, Frederico.
Okay. Maybe... maybe if I keep the blonde hair, just make it shorter.
Yeah, like a little bob.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe
And a
maybe
fringe.
like two sets of glasses as well. That
Two
wouldn't
sets of
arouse
glasses.
anyone.
Yeah. Kind of like...
Wafer
Actually-
thin ice.
Fletcher.
You can call him.
Oh my god, his name could be Fletcher.
No,
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Flack check.
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Margaret
Okay.
Thatcher!
And I disguise.
We're all gonna
That's
die.
where I draw the line. I will have none of that vulgarity here.
And I will disguise myself as Fletcher. A Fletcher.
Yay.
Fletcher the Fletcher.
Fletcher the Fletcher.
Amazing.
His head's a little bit itchy.
I'm
a
feeling
lot of
that. I'm
eyeliner.
feeling that.
You,
Lot of
this is the most beautiful disguise you've ever cast.
There's a very
Willow.
light top.
I'm unsure what your sexual orientations are, but there is a second where your heart flutters just a moment.
She loves everything. and everyone.
Absolutely. Well, this particular individual in front of you is dashing,
Wow.
if I do say so
Siggy
myself.
catches himself in like, I assume it's not a mirror, but like polished chrome.
Yeah, no.
They don't have a mirror.
I
They have chrome.
I don't know.
We'll be like,
The-
Old-timey mirror.
I would say that you would have some
Old-timey
form of looking glass.
Okay. Siggy catches himself in the looking glass. And he's like,
Wow.
oh. Okay.
oh my, Sigismund. I wouldn't call myself an artist, but that is a work of art.
I know.
Ben, do you have inspiration yet?
Yeah, I still haven't used it from episode 2.
Such a shame.
Sorry. I don't like re-rolling.
And then I'll pick up the rest of my shit and we can go.
Okay, fantastic. Mottew, you were going to do something, did you say?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, while everyone's inside kind of like heading upstairs and doing things, you can hear through the window in the walls as Nakani walks outside, you just hear down the road, "About time! You're lucky Lepidopter lives long lives, because I've aged 100 years!
I brought soup.
I think you're being a little bit dramatic. If you ask me. Hi, I'm Fletcher, the Fletcher.
I saying the voice as well.
Very nice to meet you. So my hands are very sweaty.
Siggy.
Oh,
I'm just in disguise. I picked a new one.
well, you're still shaking my hand.
I don't really know.
Well, this is going to stay then, isn't it?
Okay.
Come on, we're going.
Yeah, do you want to go?
Yes.
Do you want to do your... do you want to do your thing now, or do you want to wait?
Oh, no.
Don't want to miss out on the money.
Yeah, no.
All right. I'll make sure you get your share.
Love it.
That's okay.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
go later. I like
Wonderful.
the nighttime.
Well, as you join the rest of these Chuckle Fox, where are you going?
We're not with the Chuckle Fox.
Where are you headed off to?
You lead the way.
We need to... Where did I last meet
Oh,
Fancy Foxer?
You know that Arcanist
Quicksker.
of Fuixka
I've been practicing.
is currently located in one of the guest houses in the Guild District.
Right.
You have an address.
Mottew pulls out a scrap piece of paper. We're going to the build district.
next to it.
Oh, God, the fox are next to it.
Going to the build district.
The build district, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Which is...
Next to the Binner City.
this way.
And you head...
Can I take a quick look at the address? Just make sure we're going the right way.
He hands it over.
Are we going the right way?
You don't know.
Fuck's sake. Okay, here we go.
Mottew starts to toddle on.
Wonderful. And reorientated by Nakani, you head off towards the Guild District. You take about 20 to 30 minutes, and you come upon the sort of gated perimeter of the Guild District. There is sort of like this wrought iron archway almost that sort of signifies the entryway and exit point of this particular part of the perimeter, and there are two guards just stood either side. As you approach, they sort of hold out a hand. What's your business here?
We have business with...
Arcanist
Go on.
of Fuixka.
They sort of hold out a hand
Thank
for
you.
documentation. You both do the Hanuman traditional
He
greeting.
hands over the scrap.
It's got loads of dust on it.
Bit of a coffee stain.
Yes, this is an address.
Thank you. And Mottew starts.
Proof of documentation.
Oh shit, we do have proof of documentation, don't we?
You do. You have a contract.
I'm gonna go through Matthew's pack. Just digging it out, pull it out.
It's in the fur.
It's in the.
It's in the fur.
There are so many pockets.
Next to the bag, tied to me.
Oh.
Tied to me, Nakani.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
We should probably keep those in something a bit more secure than just tied to your fur.
Alright.
Come on, are you trying to bore me to death?
Not yet. Proceed. And they move aside.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you.
Give them one bit of power, and they turn tyrannical like that.
I'm assuming you've said that
Yeah, as we're getting,
as you've gone through.
Bounce as well.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work on other people.
He's small, really small, isn't he? Yeah. It's so funny. I can't.
You tried to bore me to death.
He's very much the rocket of the.
Oh my god, yeah. Rocket wishes.
If Rocket and the Gallaghers had a child.
You start to wind your way through the streets of the Guild District, and as you can see here, the buildings are lavish in comparison to the districts that you've traveled through on the outer perimeters of the city. The buildings, as you have all seen before, are multiple stories with beautiful balcony gardens. They are well kept. Their roofs are freshly shingled. They are well painted in beautiful different colors. The people here walk through dressed in much more flamboyant attire. And as you all walk through, there are definitely pointed looks and frowns. You are gathering a lot of attention. There is some veiled, partly veiled disgust in places.
DM, out of interest, what's the general vibe in terms of like dress code and architecture? Is it what like?
The architecture is somewhat similar to the rest of the city. The buildings are just nicer and more well maintained. It seems as though there has been money here to go towards the upkeep of these buildings, whereas in the other districts, certainly in like the Low Rose district, the Loggers district, etc., you've seen like the masonry crack ever so slightly and hasn't been repaired. Paint has faded. Their roofs aren't fully shingled in places, etc., etc. There's just odd little signs that there is more money here.
Right.
But also, you do see, because this is the guild district, there are large guild halls, much larger buildings that you would assume are not for people's recreation or to settle in, but more for guild work,
Right.
etc.,
So
etc.
much more like a business district.
Yeah, a little bit more,
cool.
for sure.
That's a
And there are shops, but not as many. It's more like company business than individual markets, etc.,
Gotcha.
etc.
Cool.
Yeah. Question.
Yes.
Let me know if I can kind of get away with this. Disguise self. Obviously, it lasts an hour. Can I? It's an illusion thing. So can I potentially make small changes to it whilst I am under the effects of this spell?
Nope.
Fucking
Once you have cast it, it is cast. You have to.
vicious threats on you.
You have to determine the form that you take. If you want to change anything, it has to be a recast of the spell.
Don't know why you would want to change anything.
Thank you.
Retroactively, then, do I know, or did I know this morning when we decided to go see Arcanist of Wixka, where we were headed? Sort of like.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
You did
fair
not.
enough. Then in that case, yeah. Basically, I wanted to maybe make myself look a little bit more posh so that we fit in a bit more. But
I will say you don't really, even if
didn't
you
know where
did
we're
know,
going.
it
Yeah.
wouldn't make that much of a difference. You have two fully kitted out blighters with you.
Yeah.
And though you are now all honorary blighters, sorry, so sorry, Mottew, I misspoke. Although you have gained some standing with these blighters, you still look like yourselves.
okay, yeah, fair enough.
So you are drawing eyes.
Fair enough.
Yes, Nakani.
I want to find a flower,
Yes,
a pretty one.
you can do so.
I'll go pluck it and put it in my hair.
Incredible. Make me an investigation check.
Can I follow him? Because I feel like I'm just going to have to be.
I'm going to say no. This is Nakani just wandering off.
5.
5. It takes you a while, and there aren't many flowers that you see that you like. However, in one particular sort of balcony flower box, as it were, just hewn out of stone, you can see this low growth of these circular flowers with thin petals of pinks and yellows and purples and reds and whites, and they're all beautiful.
I'm going to take one, and I'm going to leave the bowl.
You took the bowl.
Yeah, in the place, you sort of just trying not to damage the rest of the flowers, but sort of like shoving it in a little. They all sort of like start bending around.
In which case, I'll leave it like propped up behind it.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you sort of rest it against the window. Just a little drizzle of stew just leaks out onto the balcony. You pop the flower in your hair, and you keep on going. Anybody else want to do anything whilst you are traveling?
Yeah.
Drop the silver.
I left a bowl.
No? Wonderful.
Trade.
Well then, under the direction of Mottew, it doesn't take too long, and another half rotation of the map. How you got here, following it backwards, you don't know, but you've made it. You eventually make it to what you assume to be the abode of Arcanist of Fuixka. This is a slightly beige painted house, couple of stories high, dark slate tiles on the roof, a door of sort of like a reddish brown wood that's been sort of waxed to make it slightly darker and protected against the elements. The shutters are open, but the windows are closed. What would you like to do?
This is the spot.
Great.
You know, it's funny. Whenever I see a red door, I want it painted black.
That is weird.
It's a very strange
Yes.
compulsion.
Why?
Because of the Rolling Stones.
That's a herd of earth elementals outside of the city.
Oh, they're great.
Sorry. They
They play very good music.
Are we
Enjoy.
counting?
Thank you.
So we're just going to stand here.
No, well, you have the book.
Right.
Wonderful.
Leave him by the door.
That's him flying into the
There is
divine smile.
He has the device spider to make a
whole
noise.
episode of chaos. There is a solid minute of just no movement from inside whatsoever. And then after this minute, you hear and there, standing before you, filling the entire doorway as he stoops down, is the large, imposing form of the Minotaur that you would all be familiar with in one way or another.
Good morning.
Mottew comes up to his like knee.
You see Mottew very subtly raises his hand to his nose and covers it a little bit.
Just start mouth breathing. You say good morning, and he just
We're looking for Arcanist of Wixka. Is he at home?
wait here. The door closes, and behind that door you hear.
What a rude bastard.
Toni just goes to I thought his name was Okanta Foxa.
That's the one.
That's his...
No, we figured this out. He can't read.
It's when you walked off.
Oh.
when you had the.
Okay, so his name's
Of
Arcanist Afuxka.
Wix.
Afuxka.
Ziggy's already practiced saying it.
Yeah.
He'll always be able to fucks it to me.
Same.
Yeah. Cool.
You'll always be a cunt of fuckser to me.
I think we should tell him that.
That'll
Can
go down.
whilst we're waiting, DM, can I just take a look at this house? Like, does it seem a little dingy? No.
Not at all.
It's pretty
It's
fancy.
it's the same makeup as the rest of the district.
Yeah.
Nice
I'd
building.
imagine.
Shame it smells of cow shit and dog hair.
Quite used to that smell, to be honest.
After another couple of minutes,
Does it usually take this long for them to just come to the door?
you hear the footsteps of the Minotaur coming back, and they open the door. Follow me. And he just turns, leaves the door open, starts walking into the house.
Seems like a waste of good talent to have you as a butler, doesn't it?
Not a butler.
Ooh.
I'm a bodyguard.
Oh, right.
I just
Would the bodyguard mind getting us a cup of tea?
Yes, he would. And
Is there a butler?
Do you want to see the Arcanist or not?
Yes, we very much want to see the Arcanist. Yes,
Well,
please.
I think he wants to see us as well.
We have something of value of his CC, so
We might do.
Yeah, we'll see. And he continues on up the stairs. You all heading into the house?
Can I insight check Mottew?
Yeah, Mottew, what you doing?
Do I get any bonuses because I know him very well? Or...
What are you trying to look for?
I'm trying to work out if he's his usual just prickly self, or whether like is there a bit of nerves going on?
I'll give you advantage on that.
Okay, so that's a 13 or 13.
13? 13. Go on, describe what Nakani would ascertain.
He's not trying to hide anything. He seems, probably to you especially, he seems a little bit unusually obstreperous.
Love the word.
Big word.
What does it mean?
I was going to say, even I don't know what that means.
Like deliberately contrarian, argumentative.
Oh
for
my
the sake
god,
of it.
fucking write that down.
Obstreperous.
Love it.
Great word.
Okay.
Like toilet paper.
Come to TPK for your educational.
We're going to be a dictionary corner over here.
Yeah. Wonderful. You are led up one set of stairs and then a second set of stairs to the third floor. And this Minotaur walks down the hall, and this entire place is very well decorated. Simple but expensive. There is not a lot of decor here, but the elements that are here, you can tell, cost money. A single rug, for example, stretching down this hallway, not very big, but beautifully made. At the end of the hall, on the right, they open a door and just stand and gesture for you to enter.
Do we pass any trinkets? Do we pass any trinkets?
In this particular hallway, no. As I say, sparsely decorated.
Fine, DM.
That's not to say that you can't go looking.
No, I just...
Nakani's rolling up the rug behind us.
As she walks, just the tail, just whoosh.
He's trying to move a marble statue.
Yeah. Solid bronze. What? Oh.
You all enter into the room.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Just before we do, Motthew's going to whisper to you guys, don't mention the book that we have it until we've got what we want in terms of information, okay?
All right, Matthew, you lead this then. We're following you.
Motthew's eyes slightly go wide for a second.
What is that?
Good idea.
Okay.
What? Actually, circle it real quick. What are we asking?
What are you waiting for?
Nothing.
Just
Matthew,
admiring the statues.
He looks around at this sparsely decorated hallway.
We're
What's
fine,
that?
we're
you-
fine.
I think it's best if we let Matthew handle this. You go.
Okay.
Follow his lead. You got this.
Coming. There's still a bit of distance.
you plod your way slightly more briskly than you're used to walking up into this chamber. There before you is a figure sat at a desk facing away from you. A circular window set into the wall pours light into this particular room and onto the desk that they are working. You can see a number of papers, pieces of parchment there that this individual sort of collects up, stacks into a nice neat pile, pulls out a drawer and sets into the desk and then closes the door. They turn around, shifting their chair so that they can face you, and there in front of you is the Nubisian that you are now familiar with. Arcanist Ochnanut of Fuixka.
Had a bit of trouble there.
Dark black skin. Jackal-like face. Tall, even in this chair. You can see that their deep black skin is highlighted by this gold shimmer all up the muzzle, and the eyes have this gold eyeliner that frames them. There is 2 gold rings in one of the ears, a beautiful red robe tied with a purple sash. Hanging from the sash, you can see a bronze lantern, a small pouch. On their hands, you can see various bracelets with stones, rings on their fingers. They are lavishly decorated.
Gonna just prop up my flower a little bit.
Greetings. I am familiar with you 2 individuals, Mottew and Nakani. Am I correct?
Arcanist. These are our new companions. The old ones didn't last.
You have my condolences.
Oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. This is...
Fletcher. The Fletcher.
So glad you come.
And
I think both Siggy and Dewi realised that Callum / Mottew completely forgot what he called himself.
I'm gonna say boo again.
Imagine.
And I bow deeply.
that is not necessary, but I appreciate your manners.
Me mother raised a good man.
Change.
I'm sorry, I can't do a Wirral accent, so I've just gone for
from
Scouse.
everywhere. That's fine.
It's quite all right. It is a pleasure to meet you. And
Hi.
you are
Well, my name's Willow.
Willow.
Toni.
Toni.
Yep.
It is very nice to meet you. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Arcanist Ochnanut of Fuixka. What can I do for you?
Right. About the job, the finer details we can discuss later, perhaps.
Yes.
But we entered the Blightlands twice, in fact.
Twice. I'm assuming the...
First time was not a success. It proved to be more difficult than we originally anticipated.
Interesting. What did you see there?
There was an overwhelming number of undead, and he describes the undead with the black slime on the inside. Even in my numerous missions, it's not something I'd encountered before. Had we seen? We didn't actually see the big black slime, did we?
No.
Oh, so we can't even explain
Kevin
that.
did.
I saw aspects
We're
of it.
still
Kevin
But
did.
I didn't.
You did not,
No,
but
no.
Kevin did see it.
Fully, because
Yes.
Okay.
It amalgamated out and started to slime its way towards you, but it was just too
I'll let you have that one just because I
slow.
look like you.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You're going to let me have that one?
Yeah,
Thanks,
just
hon.
I want to give you disadvantage.
Oh, really? So you have seen this massive black slime amalgam. Whether you've shared that information with Mottew is up to you.
I didn't, so.
No.
Fair enough.
A multitude of undead creatures, along with juts of slimy, gelatinous blobs that would reach out from the ground to grab us. Acidic, they were.
Takes out a piece of parchment and a quill and just starts absently just noting down what
I think Mottew understands as he's describing them in as much blighter detail as he can.
For
The
sure.
useful information.
Absolutely.
Where they encountered them, when.
Love it.
Now, as we searched for the book, we did come across a couple of symbols, signs, writings, scripts that depicted a goddess. I was wondering if you might be able to enlighten me a bit about it.
Have you brought any of these scriptures back with you?
It's not normal of me to ask this. He looks very interested, doesn't he? But what is your interest in these scriptures?
Historical research.
Inside check.
You can make an inside check.
Gonna use my inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay. 24.
24.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, it's whisper time.
So Tony, what happened?
Get over it. Callum, come
So Tony, what happened when you met the person that we don't know who that is?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I'm just trying not to hear this whisper.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened.
I got new wild shape
La
cards.
la 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 la
They're
la
so
la
different.
la 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 la
They're all
la
colour
la
coded.
Oh, for what?
Okay.
Like for the sea or the...
Yeah, I think so. But no, on their rating, I think.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
I don't know what it smells like, but it smells like a new book. Do you know what I mean?
Interesting.
Mothew's not going to insight check him, he's just watching him intently.
Yeah. He's still got this slight eagerness to his demeanour.
Perhaps, let me be more candid. And Mottew is going to just do the first... He's going to hold up a hand to show that he's not doing anything offensive, but he's going to do just the first little bit of blood echoes. So you know that black, red smoke casting out? Something very obviously blood magic-y as the lightning starts to spark out and then...
He stands up to his full 7 feet in height and just watches you.
You see now why I might be a little reserved given what your interests might be in the book.
He grins. My friend, you seem to have some very particular talents.
As I've heard, as do you.
Might I ask where your abilities come from? Do you know?
Not so much where they started, but where they were honed, yes. Back with my old blighter troop, the ones that raised me.
Interesting. Are they still alive?
Some of them, I believe. Not seen them in some time.
That is disappointing. What are your specific capabilities?
Well, some of the magic I can cast is mundane. I've seen others do it. But in regards to this, hematurgy, I can see moments from the past, connect with creatures recently deceased, see their last few moments of life, identify them. I can connect with another creature, form a blood bond, trade places, even lend it life.
Mottew. I would very much like to continue these conversations if you would be interested in a little bit of arcanic study. I would happily reimburse you for your time.
Well, as long as you make an oath to me that it won't be used for any nefarious deeds.
It is purely for academic study. And he looks to the rest of you for a moment. And he's going to make an insight check.
I was going to ask if I can make an insight check about that.
You can make an insight check. Interesting. Is anyone trying to guard their reactions at this point in time?
I think, yeah, I think I am.
Make me a deception check.
I feel like my reaction would just be interested.
Okay,
Yeah, me too.
that's fine.
So I wouldn't be hiding that, but there wasn't anything, I don't think even Ben wasn't like...
Yeah, no, that's
"Oh,
totally fine.
tea, this is gossip.
No, that's totally fine.
I think there might be an element. Sorry, go on.
No, you go.
I think there might be an element of, is this a good idea to tell this person? But other than that,
Nakani?
He would just see it's a grimace. It's not a smile.
Yeah.
There are teeth.
The
being
Hanuman
shown
smile.
of
Yeah.
like she's just going ready into
Yeah.
staff in front of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Waiting.
At this, he puts a hand up to you. You have my word. I mean your friend. No ill will.
Mottew. Oh,
At,
sorry.
no, you're quite right. At this, he turns, and from a holster in his side, he unclips a book. In the act of good faith, places the book on the desk, keeps his hand on it. I have traveled here from my home country of Tanak Ra in order to study particular magics. These magics are very old. They have been used in particular rituals for eons. Nowadays, they are forbidden because of how they used to be used. Ancient Yuan Ti societies were crafted by blood rituals. Nefarious beings such as devils and demons have dealt with it a lot. But people have the opportunity to use this power for good. Yourself is evidence of this fact. I have merely come here to learn. Blood magic, hematurgy, is not a formal practice yet. But I do not believe that should be so.
Does anyone practice it in the city?
As far as I am aware, I am the only person who studies this arcanic form.
You don't do any of it though.
How do you mean?
Well, you don't. Do you know how to do any of the magic if you study it? I mean, like
Yes,
wizards and stuff. Have you-
It has taken me a long time to hone these talents. It was not in my purview before, but now I have some skills in this area.
Oh, well done.
Similar spells like your friend has cast here.
I got a 25 on my insight.
25
Just
on
for that.
insight.
Double whisper. So,
What's better than one jack? 2 jacks.
5 jacks.
5 jacks.
Let's all whisper.
Yes.
I'm the only one without a whisper.
Shut up, Jack's mom.
It's Jacqueline. Excuse me.
Jack's mom.
Can
Emma would be
can
so
I be
offended.
Jackalus?
I'm sorry, Jack's mum.
Jackalus.
I'm gonna be Jackalus, Jack's brother.
I'll be.
I am Jacqueline, the dinner lady.
And then Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'll be.
No, that's the other wig.
Yeah.
That's real bad. Although maybe.
Potato.
No. I think it's the glasses.
Next Halloween.
Destroying the set, you know, just doing what.
Crap.
Dog trot ass. Right.
Run! No.
I got a
Initiative.
6 on my
Cool lightning.
deception, by the way.
6 on your deception.
Deception, yeah,
What does
yeah.
he see on a 6 on deception?
You
You have failed to try and hide your
fail,
identity.
yeah. So I'm just basically like really
failed.
scrutinizing his face because basically I want to see his reaction to Mottew's display and just see if he kind of like figures it out.
Yeah,
But
scrutinizing
like,
him.
yeah, because Siggy definitely thinks that he may have had something to do with Lady Olegiana's situation.
No problem.
And so I'm like scrutinizing a bit too hard, so I'm like just staring him out a little bit.
The book that I asked you to acquire will merely help me in my academic studies.
Mottew's been mulling over what he's been saying for a little while. You can see why he's so rigid. He's going to reach into his fur, rustle around for a second, and pull out a scrap of paper with a seal. Not a real seal, a wax seal. I drew this earlier.
Mine
With
it
a
on the
wax
fridge.
seal on it, and some arcane symbols perhaps related to,
Yeah.
to hematurgy. And on his sensor, he's going to prick his finger and run it down one line of an X, and he's going to put it on the table in front of the Arcanist and say, "Words mean precious little to me. Swear that you will not use this magic for nefarious deeds, and I will help you free of charge."
Are you trying to cast a spell here?
No, I just want him to blood oath on the paper.
Blood oath on the paper. Okay. You know the power of blood magic.
Correct? Do it, and I will burn it here in front of us. But should you break the oath, I will seek you out again.
I only want to help.
Takes a small quill sharpener, just on the side of the hand, just smears it on the paper.
The moment it's done, Mottew snatches it within a second, and it's in the sensor and gone.
You have my word.
And you have my aid.
Fantastic.
Mottew. Glad no one carried that one.
My axe.
I was gonna be like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
his backpack and he's going to pull out the book and he's going to flick through to the page with the goddess
Desanguira.
Desanguira and open it straight away so he can see it. We couldn't decipher most of it, but this image was of substantial interest. I was hoping you could elucidate some of the text for us.
Snaps the book closed, holds it in front of him.
Bad sign.
You have read the book. What do you know?
Well, I mean, I maybe did a little bit of arcanic tinkering to decipher it.
It is an old language.
Really fucking old, yeah.
You just feel Nakani's hand just on the small of your back. Just, can I insight? Is he like, you know too much? Is this?
Are you insight checking?
Yeah.
The Arcanist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not trust this fucker.
Go for it. Go for it.
Can
go
I
for
also
it.
jump in on that?
Mm-hmm.
25 again.
21.
21 and
25.
25. It was merely an inquisition. You don't sense any nefarious intent
That was unexpected.
with his next actions. He is
Okay.
simply asking you what you know.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my hand.
Okay.
Let's go.
Can I feel like that's a good sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had a little read and it was all right. Yeah, it was interesting. Didn't understand most of it, but what do you know about Desanguira? And I'm gonna watch his face as I say that, just for kind of any tells.
He gives you a knowing nod.
In the time before the fall, the gods walked amongst material beings, both the creator gods and all members of the Demi and Minor Pantheon. The lacerated lady was one of these gods. When the fallen betrayed their creators, it is said that the war was triggered by a material being being slain by, I believe it was Holag, the god of murder.
He's the one I'd suspect.
In this moment, everything changed. The lacerated lady has been here since life began, and she will be here at the very end. She is primarily a god of blood, and all the power it holds. Thus, when the life force that flows through your veins is quenched, she was the one that watched over you. When that material being was slain, she took pity on her. And took the soul of this individual, the first victim of murder. and she transformed her. She elevated her to godhood. And if I am correct, this is the one we now know as the Veiled One. In this moment, the Veiled One and Mortalis, the gods of death and the dead, spawned into existence. And they were very busy. The first cataclysm raised the surface of Ilthansia and sent many material beings to the bosom of their gods, both above and below. In the chaos, so much knowledge was lost. And with the Veiled One and Mortalis being so active in material beings' lives, the knowledge of Desanguera herself faded into the annals of time. Eventually, everybody forgot. But she is still out there, waiting patiently. Taking her toll whenever one of our lives is extinguished. But it is her power that you hold in a roundabout way. It is her blessing that gives blood such potent magic. And I wish to learn more about Desanguera, her allies and enemies.
How would we learn more of such a power?
I am going to study this book, and you allowing a little bit about you yourself.
Then I suppose we should work together.
That is very good to hear. I was set to travel out of the city to Tilly Creek, but unfortunately the bridge is now out, so I will be here for a number of days. I am unsure as to when I will be traveling on, but for the next 3-4 days, call it 3 days, if you could come to my abode, and I will study your skill set. And as I said, the promise of coin. Ah, coin. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
you have delivered to me the book.
Yes, we can...
No, it's quite all right. I have it here somewhere. He goes over to a cupboard and opens it, and inside you can see this very ornate lockbox. He takes a key out of his pocket and unlocks it, and inside there you can see shining platinum pieces, and the lockbox is filled. 10,000 gold, as promised. Shuts the lid of the box, locks it, leaves the key in the lock, and hands it to you. You have my gratitude. And there is more where that came from if you,
Callum, your deception check is so low right now.
Very good.
Blighters get paid very well.
Cough up.
Your next decision dictates how we play for the rest of our lives.
I mean, we're all in there. We had this.
Well, he's gonna put it into his backpack. Just very quickly looking around the room. How does everyone imagine this?
Oh, yeah, no, Siggy's not trying to hide this at all. It's just like jaws hit the floor. Like,
As you look at Willow, you'll remember what she said to you the other day. I see everything.
I'm looking around at trinkets.
In this room, it's sparsely decorated, not as much as the hall. However, you can see that on the desk there is this paperweight. It's small, but it looks to be just this orb of like white marble with sort of veins of black running through it. It's no more than the size of a tangerine. Much bigger than a quail's egg.
yeah.
But that's one of the things that catches your eye. Obviously, Arcanist Oknanut is lavishly gilded in different elements of jewelry.
I was just curious.
Why don't we discuss our next arrangement over dinner, my treat?
By all means, it is entirely up to you. I would be very grateful if I were allowed to study your skill set, but I am at least here for the next couple of days.
Very good, yes. While we are in town, do you know of any old temples or ruins to Desanguera
In this city, no, not at all.
on this continent?
Well, that is what I am hoping to glean by this book,
I see.
but it is going to take me some time to study.
Well, we are waiting for a companion, so it's likely that we will be in this city for a few days at least.
Marvelous.
I will join you tonight.
Tonight, we can do so. I was thinking of giving you the day to think on it, and we can start it tomorrow.
No need. Tonight's fine.
Tonight, perfect.
I'd like to give my companions some time off.
That would be so appreciated.
It sounds like they've earned it. Wonderful. Well, Mottew, I will see you tonight. Let me give you something to get you past the gates. And he goes and scrawls something on a little piece of parchment, and signs his name on there, rolls it up, ties it in a ribbon, hands it to you. This should at least say that you have passage into the guild district.
Very good, thank you. Are there any other jobs you know of in town while we're here?
I have not been looking for employment, I'm afraid. I believe there are notice boards about, however, so you can go and search those, but this was the only job that I have for you. Your work is now complete.
Right, shall we retire and...
Thank you for your time.
You are very welcome, and thank you for your service. You have given me a great boon, and this is something that I will now be able to study for the coming weeks.
Is there a traditional Nubizian greeting from
You wouldn't know.
Okay.
You wouldn't know. Well, make me a history check at disadvantage.
Did he do anything when I walked in?
No,
Okay.
Can I check that as well, actually? Because, like,
you would not know.
no.
No.
I figured out he was a Nubizian, though. I have heard of them in my travels.
Did you or did Cricket? Because Cricket was familiar with them.
Fuck, maybe it was cricket.
I think it was Cricket.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, in fact, no, I know it was Cricket because you were the only one who saw him and you didn't recognise him. So, you would not know.
I just knew the name. That
Yeah.
was it, yeah.
I think you're right, Mottew wouldn't know.
No,
So there's just a moment where he kind of like almost holds out his hand, stops, nearly bows, doesn't.
He sort of gives you a curt nod to sort of note that he's seen your movements.
His wings relax.
Yeah.
Good day.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you all. Goodbye. And with this, he sort of nods to the Minotaur, who has just been standing cross-armed in the doorway, and he opens the door, gestures for you all to leave.
Am I alright to just hang back really briefly while these guys go?
You can do so.
So I want to just, like, bring up the rear, basically, like, wait for them to kind of filter out and just kind of... Sir, Arcanist, if I may, I'm just curious, why were you going to Tilly Creek?
I am traveling east
I am traveling all over the place. My destination is not going to end in Tilly Creek. I am traveling further east.
Is that to study more of this?
Yes, indeed. I am hoping to meet up with the... Let the DM check his notes.
I will say, following everything that Ziggy's done since what has known him,
Yeah.
she's not left the room.
Sweet, that's fine.
And she's listening. She may not be being obvious about it, but she's listening.
That's totally
'Cause he's
fine.
gonna punch somebody.
Mottew's talking to Kendall outside. What? Tony, sorry, yeah. What was it we agreed upon? 500 gold, was it?
You sicky little bastard.
You don't. I wasn't going to cheat.
We definitely heard how much that he said.
Oh,
Yeah.
unequivocally.
He did it like a game show host.
Yeah.
10,000 gold!
You won our top cash prize of £10,000!
Mystery box! Mystery box!
Should just be like, you're funny. You're really funny.
Back in the room, Willow hanging in the doorway, Sigismund potentially unaware that this has happened. I'm hoping to meet up with the Royal Belladrinian Research Academy and see what they can assist me with.
Okay. That's where I'm from, so just curious, that's all. Anyway, thanks for all your help.
You're very welcome.
See you later.
Bye.
Goodbye. And he just waits for you to leave.
Yeah.
You turn, you see Willow in the doorway.
It wasn't like a super secret thing or anything.
And you both
We should go.
march out. You hear the door close behind you and the heavy footsteps of this Minotaur basically escorting you out of the Arcanist's house.
So is there a missus? Or...
You are ushered out back onto the streets, and without even so much as a grunt goodbye, the door closes behind you.
Call me.
Daddy!
Right, hungry?
Starving.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're quite alright, go.
Shall we get some food and talk about...
Whatever the fuck that was.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
You head off to try and find some lunch, and we'll see where you get to after the break. I think that is perfect time to end it there.
I've got sweaty.
We will be back in a couple of minutes, guys.
I gotta pee.
Come back in a bit. See you then.
And welcome back.
Disadvantage.
You're not all the DM. That's not how this
Yes,
works.
we are now.
Jack, pick a colour.
I'm the DM, and so is my wife.
Amazing.
You should have said
So, adventurers, where are you heading off to?
We're going to
brothel.
a very, very fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
Like silver service. What's it called?
You're gonna waste all our money on a meal.
But like beautiful, like
Yeah.
chandeliers, lovely tablecloths. Can you tell that I don't go to fancy restaurants?
I'm like Nando's.
I'm so sorry, love.
Do you know what?
One of those fancy ones where you pull up outside in your car and like you roll the window down and they ask you what you want and you tell them. And then you go down and those fancy
Mottew,
ones.
I want to bring this right into the world. Make me an investigation check and we'll see what Mottew thinks is a
Oh,
fancy
yeah.
restaurant.
It's like pick up your own plate,
Yeah,
scoop
yeah.
it on, move to the next.
It's like
floor.
an
Yeah.
all-you-can-eat thing.
It's like a soup kitchen.
Oh god.
Right, fancy
guy
rest,
is
love
happy.
this.
Investigation, did you say?
Investigation.
Well, this is my first roll.
Let's go somewhere where they have pictures of
22.
A 22 is actually pretty good.
Are we going somewhere with menus where they've got pictures of food on the menu?
And a colour
Most
on
likely
the back.
because most people can't read. You actually head on into the inner district. You manage to use your gold to give a little bribe to some of the guards. A couple of gold each, and you also show them the writ that Arcanist Oknanut of Fuixka has given you, and they sort of nod along and they appreciate the little tip. It'll be 2 gold a piece,
your-
sorry, so 4 gold total.
Your
portion of
money.
the money.
Yes, yeah. Matthew's well aware at this point that he's knee deep in shit.
And you enter into the inner district, and here you can tell that the district is built for Oronar. It's very well put together. The buildings are gorgeous. And you head on over to a particular establishment known as the Gilded Goblet.
Fantastic.
On the sign, there is what looks to be some form of gold chalice with like rubies encrusted on it, painted upon this particular sign. You walk on in, and it's only a 2-story building, but it is the height of a 3-story. There are high ceilings with these beautiful deer antler chandeliers with candles on each of the spikes, and then there are brass braziers set on all of the posts on the walls. Each individual table has this gorgeous sort of like gold-ish coloured cloth, not too dissimilar from our very own, actually. And
This place is fancy.
there is a beautifully dressed human. They have cool white skin, slight blushing pink cheeks. They have a slick of dark back hair, bright green eyes, and she looks at you and says, "Hello there. Would
I'll
it
handle
be?"
this. I know 1 or 2 things about finery. I love. Can we have a table for 5, please?
I think you might be in the wrong establishment.
Matthew, show her the goods. Show her the goods.
Put a gold on the table.
She looks at the singular gold piece and slides it back to you and says, "As I said, I think you might be in the wrong establishment."
I'm going to hold up the writ from the Arcanist and be like, "We're here on business."
I don't know an Arcanist of Fuixka. I'm sorry, you won't find him at this establishment.
No, he's going to meet us at some point. He's a very wealthy Arcanist, very powerful in the city. You're going to reach in and pull out 10 gold. Table for 5, please.
takes the 10 gold, leaves the 1, pockets it. I'm listening.
Oh, God.
We would like a table for 5, please. Just for an hour.
There are 5 of you already here. Would you not like a table for 6?
That's quite
if
right. Table
Arcanist of Fuixka is to meet you here.
Yes.
I tell you what. I will get you a table for 5. And she holds out a hand.
Don't mind her. It's something she does. All right, Mottew.
10 more gold.
Jeez Louise.
Do you charge everyone to eat here? Like, do they have to pay before they've sat down, or is that like a down payment for the food?
This is a particular caliber of establishment. We do not necessarily see your ilk here. It's not very often that we get mercenaries. I'm assuming that is what you are?
Listen, love. I don't think.
I'm just merely reassuring
I
myself
was
that you can
talking-
afford this establishment.
I think
We've
we're
already
fine.
given you 20 gold for a table for 5 people.
Exactly, and
If you
now I
don't
know.
want to be accused of elitism, then perhaps maybe you should show us where that table is before I get really mad.
Please leave. And she folds.
I'm going to cast Gift of Gab and take that back.
Okay. Shows she's still staring at you.
Please take us to our table.
Right this way. She takes you on in. There is a couple having lunch off to one side, and the one who is not facing the wall sort of just tracks you as you come across. They're both in. They sort of. And this woman who met you at the door leads you over to a table and gestures for you to.
Where is the table?
Where is
In
the
the
table?
room.
Oh, it's one of the larger tables, sort of central.
Oh,
to,
very good.
Um,
All I need to know. I won't be sitting next to the toilets.
By the pass at the back.
no,
Yeah.
no.
You don't want the bus boy station behind us.
Right, come on, have a seat.
Would you like water and wine for the table?
Yes, please.
Is that what everyone usually gets?
Yes,
Okay, then we'll have the same service as everyone, please.
certainly.
Mottew is going to sit.
Wonderful. You sit down. She goes on off.
I get Mottew a
And-
bus to seat.
Jesus, what a bitch.
Heads on towards the back, speaks to somebody who is sort of standing there, just surveying. They nod, go off. She walks back to her place at the front door. After a minute, there is a bottle of water, sort of glass bottle of water set down, and the same glass bottle filled with wine.
Take no offence by it. Just a waitress, lives on tip culture. Will be having a bad day. Right. I suppose we should discuss payment.
Yep.
I'll assume, by the looks on your faces, we won't be sticking to the original agreement.
Which was?
450 gold each.
No.
500 gold each.
I think originally you said 250.
I did. I did.
Absolutely not.
550.
Katie can't afford to be here right now, so
So sorry, I'll leave. Barkeep.
Hooray! Mottew's going to get out a piece of paper and start scribbling down numbers. You see him start at 10,000, and he starts to write down. Well, between 6 of us, minus the fees, blighter dues,
And what exactly is that?
at least it's 1,000 gold a month.
You have to pay to be a member.
Yes.
so that comes out of your cut. Don't know what
Yeah,
that
because we're
is.
not blighters. So.
I don't pay to be a bladder.
Mottew thinks back to the moment that he said that you're not blighters. Suppose we can scratch it out. Wave that this time. Right, an even split. That sounds absolutely fine. Fantastic. Even split it is. Even split.
Can I insight check how angry Mottew is about
We don't
You don't need to.
There's a gentle hello hum coming from his wings.
Yeah. 8. He's fine.
Even with a nat 1, you'd know.
So we have 1666 plus point. I can't speak today. 1666.66667 gold each.
Good God.
So you can have
1,666 gold and 66 silver pieces.
You can have the 67.
So, I won't dole it out here, but just, I imagine, can we just add it to our gold?
Yeah.
You add it to your gold, and I will say, for the sake of brevity, you dole it out later because this is all in platinum. So it would be technically, it would actually be 166 platinum, 66 gold, and 6 silver.
And 6 silver. Okay.
Are you okay if I just translate that all into gold?
You do it however you want. Do it however you want.
Cool.
So long as you've got the same amount, that's totally fine.
Great.
Mottew pulls up the menus on the table.
You have not been given menus.
I'm going to pour myself a big cup of
6
wine.
silver.
You do so.
Isn't it just 6 silver?
You said 66. Is it just 6?
Are you doing it platinum, gold, and silver?
Yeah, 6.
Just 6.
6 silver.
Just
Oh,
6
I
silver.
thought 66.
166 platinum, 66 gold, and 6 silver.
Oh, no, I did put 6. I'm wrong. Anyway.
There is a little noise of footsteps behind you, and you see that there are 2 individuals carrying plates, and they set 5 meals down.
5 meals?
In front of you.
Oh, wow.
These plates are slightly small. You can see that there is what looks to be a small salad with carrot and beetroot grated onto the top of there, and then there is a very small sort of trio of scallops.
Okay, so Siggy's never seen food this fancy. He's just going to kind of poke the scallop a little bit, like.
Cutlery is set down next to each of you.
Can I grab the waiter, the busboy, whoever it is, and be like?
Do you physically grab them?
Not physically.
Okay.
But like, emotionally.
Yeah.
Emotionally?
I emotionally grab the busboy. Oh. What is this?
Scallops.
Bless you. do I chew it or?
However you eat food.
Oh, this is food. Right. You make it.
Walks off.
Is there any music?
No, there's no music.
I'll pull out my loot.
No music?
There's no music.
In a
Fine
fine establishment?
Oh my goodness.
They don't have like a record.
Fine.
Yeah, they don't have a record player. They need to pay bands. They need to hire bards by the hour.
Is there a stage area?
No, there is not.
Now whip out my loot.
This is not your run-of-the-mill tavern. Do you whip out your loot?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I'm too busy with the scallop.
I feel like both Willow and Ben are like,
when we first met,
Oh.
I was unsure whether you were going to survive or not. And had I promised you an equal split, I might have run into trouble in case you'd run your mouth and written it down and sent a letter to someone that I owed you money. I would rather not have had to deal with that, so I told you it was a little less for safety.
Sure.
Okay, I get it.
Can I insight check?
Make an insight check.
Gonna kill you in your sleep.
Is that called? No, it's not. 11.
Just being on your side.
After a little pause. Right, well, water under the bridge, then dig in. Please enjoy yourselves.
Siggy's already eaten one of the scallops. Just pushes the plate away.
Amazing.
How are you
Not
feeling
eating it.
about this with that guy? Do you want to work with
The
him?
Arcanist?
Yeah.
Fine. Yes.
Okay.
I think
You forget Mottew is a man of few words.
I mean,
I'm
I
not
think
for
what Tony's trying to do there, surprisingly, is open up. Well, invite you to share how you feel. It's a safe space. We've been through a lot together. If you want to talk to us.
Is anyone else looking over or listening?
You see occasionally the woman that greeted you at the door sort of looks over her shoulder. There is always a number of waiters that are sort of like stood at the back in case anybody needs anything within this establishment. You don't know if anyone is actively listening to you. There are not too many people in this
Okay, good.
establishment.
I suppose it's quite early, actually, isn't it, still?
It is fairly early. You are having brunch here.
Brunch
Scallops
scallops.
for brunch.
Can we get some mimosas?
You can try and order some.
Oh, don't do the
No,
click.
don't do that.
You
I don't
are
do that.
worse.
I feel like all of our faces immediately were like,
Oh,
Ooh, no.
God.
Oh, I feel dirty. I'm gonna catch one of the waiter's eyes.
The same individual that you spoke to before sort of goes on over.
Mate.
Yes.
What's your name?
Excuse me?
What's your name?
Ethan.
Ethan. Listen, lad. I'm gonna slip a gold coin into his palm. Why am I still doing the accent?
I don't know.
You don't even sound like that.
No.
I just like the accent. Listen, mate, if you take some orange juice and some champagne, just pour them both in the same glass and have like 5 glasses for us all. It's called a mimosa. Can we have one of those, please? Oh, there's a bit of
let
Cointreau as well.
me check if we can do that.
If you've got some orange liqueur as well, just like a little drop of that.
I'll see what I can do.
Perfect.
And they
Good
go
idea.
away and they speak to the other individual who sort of frowns and then shrugs and then goes, and then walks on off. And a moment later, you have
The moment.
Inspire this man!
He's already friggin' inspired up to the gills, that one. Rather too.
and a moment later,
Explain yourself. You're looking in the mirror.
Comes off.
it's a good sign. And a moment later, these tall, flat-bottomed glasses are set in place with an orange sparkling liquid.
Yes.
It's a very simple mixture of orange juice and champagne.
Oh, so we've got box fizz, basically.
Yes, you do.
Open up.
Well, it's not terrible.
Right. Matthew, if you want to, it's a safe space.
Yes, quite. Right. I am uncomfortable with the arrangement. Thank you.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's fine. What is it about it that's making you uncomfortable?
The Arcanist makes me wary.
Okay.
I can't read him. Which is why I made him swear a blood oath to me.
Yeah, that was efficient. It was good.
There was no magic behind it. But I wasn't sure if he was sure of that. So, the whole situation is unknown to me. The source of my magic is a mystery to some degree. What I didn't mention to him was that I know exactly where some others are that can practice this magic. Far better than I can. Is that true? Wrong.
Who are you referring to?
Uh-oh, I'm choking on his roleplay now.
Whispers, DM whispers, DM to DM whispers. Because we are all Jack Fletcher.
No, sorry.
Yes, we are all Jack Fletcher.
Backstory.
Backstory.
Questions and backstory and backstory and
Backstory and backstory.
Yes.
Because I've not been able to see
Yeah.
you, I forgot you have the beard. I was like, why is that chin dirty? Oh, no, wait.
Just a little backstory clarification
It
there.
worries me that you didn't catch that, Willow. That was a lie.
Okay, great. I can catch that.
We can work on that later. No, I am, as far as I'm aware, the only person that can use that magic until I discovered the Arcanist through your information.
Okay.
So it leaves me at somewhat of a disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
There was a... Sorry to interrupt, but there was a mention of him going to Taylor Creek. That's where... Correction, that is where the incident occurred for which I am accused. Perhaps at some point, if we can get him on side, he could do his magical blood thing and see what actually happened to me that night.
Mottew, make an Arcana check.
Can do.
At advantage.
Ooh,
We need an extra D20.
thank you. Oh! Natural 20.
For a total of
25.
25. On a 25, you would know that the spell Blood Echoes requires the blood to have been spilt within the last 2 weeks. You have been travelling for 2 weeks as is. Whatever transpired with Siggy, the blood has long since lost its magical potency and you will not be able to tap into it further.
Bless you.
But I saw that happen. That was beautiful.
What happened?
It's like something out of a Disney movie.
it was so artistically
perfectly.
placed. It was
Yeah.
gorgeous.
I am afraid, Master Sigismund, unless the Arcanist is far more skilled than I, he will not be able to use blood magic to show you what you want to see.
Shit. Why?
Too much time has passed. That's not to say there might not be some other way of doing it, but for the moment, I'm afraid not.
I had hoped that perhaps whatever he did with Lady Olagiana, he might have been able to do with the people that were in my company that night, but perhaps not. But yeah, maybe like you say, if we can get this guy on side, he can help clear my name, Cricket's name. Who knows? He seems to be pretty high up.
What does concern me slightly is this Nubizian. This Nubizian seems to know a great deal more than I do about our situation, which leaves us in a strange position. If we trust him completely, we're at his mercy. If we don't trust him, we have nothing to go on.
So we half trust him?
You might have noticed I'm not the type for subterfuge. So I will have to rely on the rest of you for that.
I mean, I'm more worried if he's working with other people or like a bigger organization or something, that maybe his promise that he won't do anything nefarious, but he doesn't have any control over what happens once he shares that with other people.
He is an Arcanist. Is that like a school or a collective of people?
Are Arcanists like general practitioners?
Arcanist, Arcanic practitioners is just a title of someone who practices arcane magic. If they are an Arcanist, that is no specific guild or organization. It is like teacher, blacksmith. It is just a job title. You do not know if he is affiliated with any Arcanic guilds.
Mottew, I don't think you're at a disadvantage. We're talking about learning about it or connecting to it. He said he's been studying this magic for years and only just managed to cast a couple of spells. You, without even trying, are connecting to this magic in ways that he could only imagine. That's far more powerful than anything that could be taught. If anything, what he finds out through learning is only going to enhance what you can do innately.
DM, can I make like a private insight check? I want to sort of put two and two together in my head, in that with Mottew's proclivity for this magic and the symbols that he's covered in, it's clearly very religious.
You see many religious symbols upon Mottew's person. There's not a lot of them that you recognize. I would say one that you definitely do recognize is the symbol of the Messenyord, or Hilana in the common tongue. She's of the Earth Mother, the mother of natural nature and that sort of thing, worshipped in Esheim as Messenyord. That's one that sticks out to you, but other than that...
Okay, but...
You have the upper hand, Mottew.
I hadn't considered it that way. Thank you. You are wiser than you look.
Thank you.
Also, I mean, like, if you... I don't know how you feel about being just by yourself with him, but we can maybe... I mean, you could change into, like, a spider or something and go along if you need help, or...
Perhaps a good offer, but at least the first time, I think it might be worth you being my trust. But if you'd like to stay nearby, I wouldn't object. It seems you are mighty capable.
I felt like he was being honest. I also feel like he was a bit desperate. And you could have sold this for thousands with how eager he was to learn from you. That's
Sure.
what you have to remember. He wants to learn from you and what he wishes he could do that you can do.
What's your opinion, Nakani? It was I that swore a blood oath to you.
Maybe just start with small things first. Just until you know that he's not going to try and, I don't know, control you or I don't know, something. I don't like you going alone.
Nakani, have no fear. No one can control me. My mind is too sharp. My sensor too swift. I would strike him down before he got even a touch towards me.
I'm gonna... Can I use a key point or something to... I'm gonna reach in and just pluck one of his hairs off the top of his head really fast.
Yeah. I tell you what, make me an attack roll at advantage because you are technically surprising him.
She's using Pluck of the Wind.
Plug of the wind.
My voice has got so low.
An attack roll, you say?
Yes.
What do I add to that?
Use your
Sorry.
unarmed strike bonuses.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're quite right.
Okay. So that would be a 22.
Does that hit your AC? Yeah.
Strike me once. Shame on him. Strike me twice. Well, you can't strike me again.
You just, her tail just twitches. You don't do it again.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not an advantage, is it?
I would say this time no. So take them both off and just roll one again.
Okay.
Go on.
22.
22 again. Fucking bink from this side of your face this time.
Mottew, you don't. You're very brave. And clever. And kind. And
Well.
I
So loud.
just. We can't deal with some things not as a team. And I couldn't bear it if we weren't a team anymore.
Do you mean we?
A team.
Nakani.
Just be careful. Please.
I always am.
Inspiration to the pair of you.
Well, eat up. This isn't a show.
You
Willow's
see,
just got tears down her face.
you see that your previous plates have been taken away, and in their place, on a small bed of asparagus and a beautiful circle of like blended potatoes, there is a small chicken
It's mash.
mash. There is a small chicken breast that has been sort of charred on one side, grilled, and then there's a lovely jus on top of that as well. It's beautifully
Chicken mash and gravy. Oh.
chicken mash and gravy.
Jack's
Hey,
Googling
for this
fancy
part
food
of
for the past-
how dare you? I know my fancy foods. For this part of Belladrain, that's pretty prestigious. Yes.
I presume there's cutlery,
Yes, cutlery was set down beside you.
which Siggy has forsworn.
Yes.
Terrible.
I thought he was fancy.
He's fancy, but he's not like food fancy. He hangs out
He's
with
so
nobles,
fancy he
but
does
he's
what he
not
wants, doesn't care.
Bosh. It's good. You should try it. No, you're.
So do you plan on going there tonight?
I do.
Okay. Nakani, what would you like to do whilst Mottew is there?
I can wait outside.
I can't stop you.
Good.
I'll wait with you if that's alright. Maybe we could see if there's like some nice flowers or something around. Add them to your hair.
That would be lovely.
I'd enjoy that. I know you've got somewhere to be, don't you?
Maybe I might go and just have a look around.
You're right if I stay with them.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, while we're in the city, who's the dead bird?
I presume you're referring to Lady Olegiana.
That's right. Where was she?
She was at her home.
In the inner district?
Yes.
Right.
And I'll describe the mansion.
So we are currently in the correct area to go and have an investigation.
Oh,
We
okay.
already,
The
we
last
already
time
did
that.
that.
did not
It
go
didn't go well.
Ah! But
Well-
were you in the company of Mottew and Nakani?
That's when we saw the magic being done.
That's the first time we saw Arcanist of Wixka.
I remember the story.
I barely made it out last time, so.
Yeah, I mean, Toni just ran and Cricket followed, and Ziggy decided to randomly
I
start
made
in the
some very
guard.
stupid decisions.
Out of interest,
Shocking no one.
where's the nearest barracks?
Uh,
I imagine now that we're in the inner city, have the guard uniforms changed into like better guard?
No, you've definitely seen the same rank of Iron Guard. The Iron Brands and the Iron Inquisitors have different roles. The Iron Guard sort of keep the law in every single district. The Iron Inquisitors are much rarer because they have a particular skill set, as do the Iron Brands. The Iron Inquisitors are investigators, and the Iron Brands are clerics that are tasked with keeping prisoners alive during interrogation.
I don't like that there's a whole job based
Punch,
around that.
killed. Punch.
That's uncomfortable.
Yes, they are not to be trifled with either.
If we were to discover any more information about the murder of
Lady Olegiana.
Lady Olegiana,
Yeah.
I would think, would you recognise the Iron Investigator if you saw him? Iron Interrogator. What's his name?
The Iron Inquisitors,
The
there
Iron
are many.
Inquisitors. Would you recognise the one
Yeah,
that you
they
saw
have a
before?
Cape.
Yeah, if we're talking about Inquisitor Hellas, I'd be surprised if he has a job anymore.
If he is still Inquisitor.
This guy was disguised as
I may
him.
have ruined his career.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's definitely gone.
what did you do?
I disguised myself as him and pissed off the
General.
The general.
General Beck.
And then you disguised yourself.
And then
as
I
the
also
general.
impersonated him.
To be fair,
Not that he
if
But
he's
if-
lost his job, he could be a very bitter, angry man that wants to divulge some information.
Quite right. I think we find this Inquisitor
Hellas.
It's easy for us
Ellis.
to-
Shut up. I've had scallops.
Roll a Constitution save. They were undercooked.
And I think we find any information he has on the murder of the late
Olegiana.
Got it.
Olegiana. And see if we can't do a bit of investigation ourselves. Some Inquisitor must have taken over the role.
We need to find out what happened to him first.
Yeah, make sure that he actually has been.
And also, I left a piece of fake evidence
Oh, that's true.
to basically try and clear Cricket.
Willow
On the crime scene.
basically left a red herring at the crime scene to try and divert attention from Cricket. We don't know if it worked though.
Nakani looks so confused.
Not an actual herring. I wrote like a message as if it was dropped by one of the people that ran out who was invisible at the time. Basically
It's
just
figure
saying,
of speech.
being like that they still suspect the grown, but we'll meet here instead to try and like. It was kind of genius if I do say so
It was
myself.
really good.
Right. Well, why not today before the day end? We find ourselves a job and use it as cover to investigate the murder of Lady Olegiana.
Well, so Lady Olegiana was in charge of the logging company, and there is a job, hopefully, still going for the mining company. Sometimes the workers may talk about stuff, and maybe helping with the mining, we might find information about what's going on with
So perhaps we do that first, and then at night we find where Inquisitor Hellas takes his drink, interrogate him,
Okay.
and I'll let you know the rest of the plan. later tonight.
But you're also going to your guy?
I will also be leaving you and going to the Arcanist.
Okay, well, maybe we'll inquire about the job.
Go to the notice board.
Go to see if it's still up.
Anything there.
And then you guys can do your thing.
Which?
Oh. I'm just going to sightsee for a bit. That's all.
Ah, good. Very good. Right. It's a plan.
Yeah.
And let's enjoy dinner, the brunch.
Brunch dinner.
How many more courses are in this meal?
Sir, if you could ask you to keep your voice down, please. Thank you very much.
You'll have to come closer.
They have approached. You are at the end of your second course. If you would like more courses, I'm sure we can sort something out for you. Or are you wanting to settle up?
Yes, I would like to settle up.
Wonderful.
How much does it cost?
So that is 15 gold pieces per person.
Wonderful. I've left my purse in the cart. I'll be right back.
Excuse me. Puts a hand on your shoulder. Do you mean to tell me that you do not have means of paying? You seem to have quite the amount of coin on you beforehand.
Yes, and you took it all.
Mottew is going to pull out. He's going to pull out his purse that he's recently put all the platinum in.
Uh-huh.
Do you have change for a platinum?
I'm sure we can, yes.
Fantastic.
Obviously,
Make sure to count it.
Wonderful. Keep going. 1 platinum is 10 gold. So 5 times
Oh, that's
55
right.
is 75 gold. So you would need 8 platinum.
I forgot it was 166 platinum.
obviously, we'd take the 20 gold that we gave you off the door. The 20 gold?
I don't recall what you're talking about.
We paid you 20 gold to get in here because you made swift judgments on our group and what we look like.
I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what you are talking about.
Well,
I want to hit her with a chair.
you really are full of shit.
How close is she to me?
I would say you're across the table from her because she is next to Mottew and sort of looking at this.
We needed the rogue.
Is she
Right.
distracted? What did you say?
She's talking to different people. It depends on what you want to try and do.
Is there anything on her belt?
No, nothing on her belt. She doesn't carry anything. She's in uniform.
Should I just cast banishment on her?
Oh no, where did she go?
Oh, fuck. She left the gold behind.
She's just now looking at you, Mottew.
I'm going to hand over the exact amount of gold. I'm not going to give her a chance to take
Yeah,
a tip.
no.
So what was that?
75 gold, so it would be 7 platinum and 5 gold.
Okay, thank you. I'll deduct it.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, he's going to hand it over. There you are.
We thank you very much for your patronage. Let us know if we can do anything else for you.
Wouldn't. Sorry.
No, you go.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
My name? Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Gonna pull from my hair a small twig with thorns on it, and I'm gonna pull another bit of fluff, stick it on a thorn, wrap it up in a leaf, and put it on the table in front of her. For you.
Thank you very much. Let me go and put this away, and I'll be back to collect that later. Thank you very much. And she sort of swiftly turns on a heel and walks back towards the front.
Right.
No respect for different cultures.
Come on then.
What are you gonna do, sir?
That's right.
Mottew gets up to go. Brushes himself off a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shall we leave?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let's.
You head on out the door of the Gilded Goblet and off towards new destinations within the city. And I think that is the perfect time to end this current chapter of the story. We will see what sort of individuals you go and talk to.
Did you not dye your hair?
Look at the dedication.
Oh yeah.
Callum changed his whole hairstyle.
That clip-on fringe must be really hard to wear.
No, he 100% definitely chose to change how his hair grows.
I legally changed my name, guys.
I lightened my hair a year ago in anticipation. Come on.
You all look fantastic, and do you know what? I am going to be
You have to say
absolutely gutted that you're not going to look this way next episode.
I mean, am I?
This is it every week now.
Oh, is it? Hey,
I'm
listen,
keeping
I ain't going to complain. You're all eye candy to me now, so...
Next week it's Callum.
No, it's not.
Let's
We
get
promise.
cancelled.
But anyway, with all of that being said, thank you very much to Mottew for some fantastic hematology stuff. Thank you to Nakani for weirding out a waitress. Thank you to Siggy for being brash and abrasive as per usual. Thank you to Willow for a cute little aside with Toni. Just the tiny little moments in this episode from you. There wasn't much, but when there was, I absolutely loved it. It was adorable. And thank you to Toni for allowing me to torture her for a whole week.
For what?
I'd like to agree, but I didn't see it.
Oh, don't worry,
Oh,
you will.
you'll all
Don't
find
worry.
out eventually. But for now, everybody, thank you at home for watching. Join us next week where the players keep surprising me, hopefully not with my clothes on them. But for now, keep on keeping on, adventurers. Peace and love.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Boom!